Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is John's reports for the 27th. Well, we got to see a little bit more of the continuation. That was due to the softness that we were seeing from the DOC. So all of that's in line with everything. Interestingly, we're getting very close to a breakdown here of shakeout magenta below that 15. That would ease off a lot of the overbought, as we already have seen coming through here. So we still haven't seen a dip below the red line. In fact, not even quite green either. So sort of like an in-between phase. There's not a whole lot. What we have done though is completed all of the positive extremes that existed. So those are now filled from this initial part. The earlier ones had already been partially filled right to here. I mean, your worst case scenario is back down to the 4273, but um, we'll have to see if there's enough strength in this setup to be able to accomplish that. And obviously, if MBI white exceeds the yellow MBI, I would think that we're pretty close to having that. But this is what we were talking about: is that short-term buyers coming from such a low period really provides a lot of stabilization. So we're seeing some gobbling up as the price fades a little bit. And like I was always talking about, these are healthy kind of pullback corrections within it. Nasdaq looking pretty close to the same from that standpoint as well. You're getting an even stronger DOC, like in midterm buyers with the green here, resetting, and pretty much sets it up because your shorts are getting close to a peak out spot in this particular case. And if that's the situation, you added more of them, you create the beautiful push that would take you not only back to 100%, but make a new high. So those are the potentials that exist within those while we currently have the soft readings. From a treasury standpoint, still elevated. It's just a lot of money looking for safety. Um, and particularly when we see the market doing slight fade stuff, but these are the people that will miss out on the turnaround. But they all believe that it's fading quickly and hell in a handbasket kind of thing. And we just don't have that from the economic readings at this particular stage. It's not great, it's not horrible, it's just lukewarm. And from an oil standpoint, this easing here, longer it lasts, the easier it is for assimilation to take place. The fact that the Fed hasn't really changed its position any just means that you're betting against the Fed is never a good idea. And in this case, the euro bouncing back off of the little spike lows. Everybody knows the euro is in recession and that, and they've gotten way out of hand with the move. But this still keeps it in a very healthy place. So it's one of those unique spots that the euro is going to continue to be propped up. And there's no surprise with that. From a gold standpoint, not any activity. And this means that all this talk about continued inflationary pressure is just not being seen in the commodity space, which is very different than what we're seeing from the crypto, which was about its potentiality for being utilized by bigger players. This whole BlackRock, Coinbase situation and stuff really created a lot of excitement on that with the potential, and that's pushed it all the way back up to the highs. And far exceeded the move that you're seeing from ETH. So clearly, Bitcoin has now become the favorite, so to speak, this particular stage of the game. When we look at a 50K, you can see once we had the big move, it's just been a slow ease. There just hasn't been a whole lot of excitement to do much of anything at this particular stage. So we're just kind of in a soft spot and still looking pretty weak. We've had the zero fills from the MBI white spike. MBI still leads right now, so that's again continued softness, but you can see full reset from DOC on the 50K, so wouldn't take much to build that right back up and turn things around, at least from a modest standpoint. We're not looking for anything hyper dramatic. Intraday, it was pretty darn clean. I mean, once it started, cascade lower, nice little build up, and then they just wait to capture all the shorts in there and spiked it back up, took the profits and let it come right back down to the same mean, and actually took out any additional spots within that. And then they just flip it around and do the same thing against the short side. And in pre-market has been pretty active setup right there, and you just bring it right back up, and it's a little higher than the close was at this particular stage. but you ran out any shortstops, and this is that back and forth that we're just going to continue to see. So I think the range situation is pretty darn effective. So I think that's really good from that standpoint. All things being equal, not bad. I'll put up any relevant details in the Skype chat and that. Trade well. We'll talk again later.